The International Day of Purity is tomorrow, February 14. We're going to be talking to Amber Haskew, the International Director of the Day of Purity. I'm Matt Staver, founder and chairman of Liberty Counsel. Amber, welcome to Faith and Freedom, and tomorrow is the big day for the International Day of Purity, of which you are the director at Liberty Counsel.
We're just really excited about this opportunity to get the message out there about purity and the importance of waiting and abstaining for sexual activity until marriage. And also there's that concept of loyalty within marriage and encouraging that throughout the United States and across the world.
Now, it's grown to a lot of different places around the country and also a lot of places around the world. And you also have a video that you have done with some students at Liberty University.
That's right. We were really excited last year. We grew from about 8 countries to 37 countries of just getting the word out to these countries and having interest back about the message of sexual purity. And this year we were really excited. We created a video with the concept of a purity bear, kind of that personification of waiting for marriage and that conscience. And it really took off way above and beyond what I had thought. It was just a few students got together here at Liberty University and made this video. And so the Day of Purity just gave them a platform to be able to get that message out. And so we've gotten over 330,000 views on this video. And
in quite a short time, I would add, too, because every time you check the number of views, it goes up by several tens of thousands.
Mm-hmm. And so it's just really exciting to have this message get out. One of the analytics that I was able to check on YouTube showed that we have reached over 180 countries with this video. I mean, everywhere from Mongolia to Sudan, Libya, Brazil, Chile, just pretty much everywhere that you could imagine is people have been tuning into this video. And I've been surprised by the intolerance that comes towards people that are putting out this message of purity. And so that's one of the things that I just want to let people know about and to kind of get them to think about purity and to start those conversations and encourage
Well, it's
people.
actually starting the conversation. And even though you might have someone that has an intolerant message, they're thinking about this. Mm-hmm. And, this is the most popular YouTube video that Liberty Counsel has, and it's become the most popular one in a very short period of time. Over 250,000 views, by far, over 330,000 and growing, and soon, it'll hit 500,000 views around the world.
That's
and
right.
180 countries. That's covering the globe in a very short period of time.
Absolutely. That's certainly the majority of countries. And so we're just excited to be sparking that conversation, as you said, and be getting people to think about it that wouldn't otherwise have been thinking about purity and waiting for marriage.
And you're getting ready to maybe do a follow-up video as well with some other students at Liberty University.
Absolutely. We just want to let other students step forward and to take on this conversation of purity and to be really reaching out to a bunch of different walks and be continuing that message of why this is important.
Well, the Day of Purity starts tomorrow. Tell us a little bit about how people can get involved and what it's about.
Well, first of all, I just want to encourage you to consider making the pledge for purity yourself. And then specifically tomorrow, some of the ways that we're encouraging people to celebrate this is to wear a white ribbon, to wear a white wristband or a white shirt, to kind of symbolize that standard or that stand for purity. And then also we have a bunch of different flyers and fact sheets on our website, dayofpurity.org, that I encourage you to go. You can download them, print them out, free of cost to you, and just use that as a stepping stone and a conversation starter with the people that you know, with your friends, potentially with your family, to talk about how important this is and how it affects your future.
Now, people can do this even at their school. They can have these white wristbands. They can wear a white T-shirt or white clothing of some nature, white ribbon. But they also have the information they can print off. They can distribute that as well. Students in school can distribute that throughout the school. You could meet in a club, for example, and talk about the issue of purity. Parents, I think, and people in the community can also encourage that to happen as well, whether it's public or private school. And you can do it in your church as well. So you can do it if you missed the actual Day of Purity, we've set February 14 as the day. But if for some reason scheduling doesn't allow you to use February 14, then do it on another day. But do it and And it's not so much the day that's the critical thing, although, of course, it is Valentine's Day and it has a special meaning to do that on Valentine's Day, but it's the concept that's important.
Absolutely. And I do think it's really important for the church to get involved and to support the family in this area. For example, my church is both doing a father-daughter dance and encouraging that and just developing those really important relationships. And they're also doing a mother-daughter tea and just kind of allowing the family to step forward and to really take ownership and responsibility in this really important area.
Now, we have some other information beyond purity, but it is part and parcel to it, and it is why marriage matters. And it really, because sexual promiscuity, either before or during marriage, ultimately weakens marriage and ultimately, many times, is the cause of marriages breaking up.
Absolutely. It can be devastating. Adultery or, messing around before you get married can have both physical consequences of STDs, unintended pregnancies, and then there's a whole issue of loyalty and trust. And it's just so beautiful when you're in a marriage where you and your husband waited for each other and you have that incredible trust and loyalty within each other. And so I just want to see that in so many other relationships around the U.S. and really around the world.
And, some people may say, well, there's this concept about if living with someone before you get married in order to sort of make sure that this is the right person. That's really a myth because what we now know is studies show that often more likely results in divorce or separation later on when you're living with someone before marriage. It is not the test track, so to speak.
It's a way to test for divorce.
It's also setting you up for divorce.
Absolutely. And so it is there's so many concepts around sexual purity that there's a lot of myths surrounding it. And so we just like to get the real information out there. One of the strong challenges to the Day of Purity is saying, people that take a pledge are actually more likely to get an STD or more likely to get pregnant because they're maybe not as trained. And, that's completely false. And so we want to get the word out there that, even if kids are going to smoke, people recognize that not smoking is the healthiest option, even if kids are going to drink.
Right. So you don't give them cigarettes that have filters.
Yeah.
And that's just a ridiculous idea. Smoking is not good. Therefore, you shouldn't smoke, even though some people may continue to smoke. You don't give them better cigarettes. And
there's so many areas in our society where we understand and we recognize what is the healthiest option. And the Day of Purity is just encouraging and recognizing that this is the healthiest option. Waiting for marriage is the best option for you.
One of the things that I know mentioned in one of our press releases at Liberty Counsel about the Day of Purity is the Chattanooga had a 72%, I believe it was, drop in teenage pregnancies, attributed primarily to an abstinence-based or purity-based program that they administered and implemented in Chattanooga.
And that's another aspect of the heart of Day of Purity is we want to not just encourage people to take a pledge and then go out into the world, but we have a Facebook page, a Twitter page, Do Purity, and I encourage you to sign up. We try to put facts and statistics and encouraging aspects so that it's not just a one-time thing, but throughout the year you can be reminded and encouraged to keep your word in that area. So
people want to do something tomorrow on the Day of Purity, February 14, Valentine's Day. They can go to the website.
Yeah, please visit dayofpurity.org. We have ideas there, statistics, facts sheets where you can learn information, and really there's a bunch of resources.
And how do they watch the video?
Actually, if you go to our YouTube site, it's youtube.com/Day of Purity.
YouTube.com.
Or you can just Google the Purity Bear.
Okay, the Purity Bear. YouTube.com/Day of Purity, or go to YouTube and Google the Purity Bear. And make sure you visit dayofpurity.org. That's dayofpurity.org. It has all kinds of information to answer questions and to get you prepared for the Day of Purity tomorrow, February 14. Make sure that you get this information out to your friends. Send it out on your email list. And Day of Purity is not just one day a year. It is a lifestyle, and it is an idea, a concept that we celebrate on February 14, but we also want to make sure that it goes throughout the year. So go to dayofpurity.org for more information. Visit Liberty Counsel's website, to sign up for our informational resources and also make an online credit card contribution to Liberty Counsel today.